Welcome back to the Jewel Exchange with Spit Gems. Today, as always, is a treat, man, an honor and a privilege. We have hip hop royalty in the building. MC, producer, actor, director, screenplay writer, fashion icon, and founder of one of the most influential movements in hip hop history. I mean, yo, my brother, the Puerto Rican, aka the Skillionaire, aka Thirstin Howl III.
AKA no more AKAs, man. We're good, we're good. Yo, before anything, right? My son in New York hit me up earlier. My son Vic, right? And he was like, yo, dad, you be way too serious on these interviews, man. Loosen up, man. You be too professional. Do what you do. You know what I mean? Like laugh, joke around. And but I'm a serious dude. But he was right, man. I went back to some of them. I'm like, yeah, cause I be doing interviews with people I don't know. So I don't be playing with nobody and nothing. You know what I mean? It don't be no joking and all that. But I took that was on my mind all day, man. I just wanted to share that, man. So I can
just,
make
just
sure I loosen up a little something.
no doubt, man, no doubt. Yo, you know what's ill, man? In the last 2 years, and it definitely got a lot to do with where I'm at now, right? But in the last maybe 2.5 years, I've been able to lighten up, as they say, a lot more often. You know what I'm saying? And just
Yeah.
relax, and you know what I'm saying, and not really be on edge, man. And it's a beautiful thing, man. And doing this also has been. I think this is like 16 interviews deep now. This has definitely helped too. You know what I'm saying, with
Therapeutic.
understanding. Yeah, yeah,
Therapeutic,
for
right?
sure, for
Yeah.
everybody involved, man. But
Now you
yo,
got 16 in, you on your job quick. If you got 16 in already, that's what I'm talking about.
that's a fact. I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, we hit the ground running, man. We're gonna keep it going for a long while to come, man. But yo, Thirst, you know me, man. I like to jump right into the question that's the most fascinating to me. And that one would be, do you believe in God?
Of course, man. I believe in a higher power. I don't give him a title or a name or anything.
Indeed.
That's what causes all the confusion with everyone else is exactly what he's called, his name, or what religion it is. I just know there's a higher power. There's no way this complex system of a body, or you know what I mean, just came out of nowhere. So yes, I respect, and I've been one of them dudes in situations where I've prayed to God to get me out of situations and things like that, to where my prayers were answered. That's on many
Indeed.
occasions.
I could definitely agree with that. I could definitely agree with that. I believe in the power of prayer deeply. You know what I mean? Um, Yeah, but like you said, I don't have any name that I use. It's not. There's no specific doctrine or language I need to use or nothing like that, because I
Nor
feel
nor
like,
do I
oh,
subscribe to any religion. I don't believe in religion for one. You know what I mean? And at the same time, I believe and respect everybody's religion.
indeed,
But what I don't respect are religions that condemn other religions because they always feel theirs is the better one and things like that. I always feel like that's so hypocritical. You should allow everyone to have their faith. If that's what gives them hope and courage and all, everyone should be allowed whatever faith they choose. I got friends that are 5 percenters, like I was telling you, just like I got friends who do brujeria straight up, and the same as I got friends who are atheists. I respect everybody's belief, man, and it doesn't really brush off on me. But at the same time, when they're my friends and they're offering me things from their religion, depending on the person they are and how much I believe in them, it'll make me believe what they telling me about their religion. Like I've had some of my friends who do Santeria and all that offer me beads for my protection, and people that I know they wholeheartedly came pure. And that's not my thing, you know what I mean? But I didn't object to it either. I said thank you gracefully, and I rock those beads. You know what I mean? Because if I know my friend loved me and he wants me to be protected and he felt this is something that's going to help protect me in his eyes, I believe him. You know what I mean? Because I believe the person he is, whether that's my faith, my religion, or, straight up and down.
Nah, no doubt. I mean, you believe in it seems like I could say you believe in the
I
energy
believe.
transfer because
Yep,
he
yep,
has good intentions for you. You know what I'm saying? So
of
he's,
course.
you know what I mean, he's giving you something with good intentions. That alone would make me take it from a friend or a family, you know what I'm saying? Just based off that alone.
The
No
same
doubt.
way,
No doubt.
same way somebody from another religion would say, "Let me pray for you for a certain reason." You know what I mean? How they want to put hands on you and pray for you.
Right.
I've never turned that down either. Depending on the person it is. Like I said, when I believe in the person, then I trust what they're offering me. Because, like you said, it's only with good intentions, man.
No doubt. Yo, it's ill, man. I was walking down Linden Boulevard one time. This is when I was obviously still in New York. And I was walking down Linden towards Fountain, towards the counter corner right there, Cypress Projects. And there was a woman. It was two women. One was like about my age. One was a little older. It was me and my homeboy. And she said, have you heard the gospel and all that? She asked me, you know what I mean? Have you heard the word of Jesus? And I'm like, yeah, I'm familiar. And we rapped a little bit. We spoke. She said, will you allow me to anoint you? And I was like, what? For a minute, I was a little hesitant. And then she pulled out a vial, son, of oil. You know what I mean? And the oil had little flakes in it. I said, yo, what's the flakes? She said, it's gold. You know what I mean? She was like, yo, but take this blessing. And I allowed her to do that. You know what I'm saying? Gave me an anointing in East New York on Linden Boulevard. You know what
You
I'm
feel
saying?
like she gave you the Ash Wednesday, yo.
That type of shit, you know what I mean? But I just felt her energy was mad pure though, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Regardless if we agreed or we disagreed, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's generally how I feel.
And being of the mentality you are, you know how to decipher it. You could feel the intentions. You could feel the truth in it. You could see when there's no malice. I come across being around so many people with malice in their heart for so long. We used to not believe when people came with good intentions. You know what I mean? So now I believe I'm surrounded by more of those type of people than anything else. You know what I mean? By the places I put myself, man. There's only people with good intentions and purity out their heart, always offering something.
No doubt, though. I agree 100%. And I got, just like you said, I have friends of all walks of life and beliefs and all that. And the truth of the matter is that we agree on most things. You know what I mean? And day to day in our exchanges and our interactions when we're around each other, we all trying to do the same thing: provide for our families, take care of our kids, and build something that could last. You know what I mean? So not too many differences, but I appreciate that though. Thirst, word up,
Yeah.
man.
So we got Jewish people in the chapters, just like we got Muslim people. And with
No doubt.
everything going on in the world right now, that's some sort of peace and harmony within us, knowing not to involve ourselves in what's going on and what's being
Right.
portrayed and the agenda pushed in everybody's face to continue the division amongst people, man. And that's a big thing for low life. Like, we've always embraced all ethnicities, all religions, and at this point, people from everywhere, all languages, people from just all over the world.
Worldwide.
Yep.
Yeah, nah, it's amazing, man. It's amazing, and to see it grow. I mean, obviously, there's a large chapter of that where I was a very young man for. You know what I'm saying? But even as a child, the influence stretched all the way out. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, my uncles and my cousins in Brooklyn put me on. You know what I'm saying? But even out in Astoria with my uncles and cousins out there, they knew what time it was too. You know what I'm saying? Real young in my life, man. So to have this in my mind, like yo, and to now be having this interview with you after you done wrote book fucking documentary, you know what I'm saying? Billboards across the world, your own clothing line, son. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Just accomplishment after accomplishment. Fucking PBS, man, fucking took some of your fucking flicks for something called The History of Jeans.
The history of
Yo, you know,
death.
yo, that's crazy right there, son. But yo, the music though, right? The music is, would you say you being Thirstin Howl, the MC, as opposed to you just being Vic Low, right?
Hmm.
We talking about these two differences, right? Is the music.
Yeah,
And would you say that's the ultimate thing, the key to everything else that has come your way, everything you've built?
yeah.
Could it have been done without the music is my question.
Um, would it have been done without the music? I don't think so, because the music transformed my mentality. Before, I wasn't as open minded to the world and everything in the world. I was just hood. The music, when I became interested in making music, I had to learn how to use equipment and all kind of other things. And just the fact I wanted to pursue it, it opened my mind to everything in the world, you know, more than just music. So also becoming Thurstin Howell was also my evolution and transition and maturity as a man and changing my ways and things like that. So without that transition or without the music, I probably would have never been the positive, righteous person. I wouldn't have had the same understandings being just Vic Low. You know what I mean? Vic Low didn't give a fuck and he didn't care about learning shit. It was all about whatever the hood say is the laws. Those is the laws we was applying. So being Thurston Howell, man, just elevated my life so much, man. Just not just my life, like I said, my mentality changed totally. You know what I mean? Because I was so much
Like you
in pursuit.
civilized yourself through this culture.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And then, with hip hop as well, educated myself with hip hop. So there was, a lot of my
Agreed.
vocabulary came from hip hop. I wasn't a dude who went to school. A lot of my education came through hip hop. A lot of the history learnings, just so many things that I did not get from school.
Indeed. Indeed. I would agree wholeheartedly, man. Peace to the guards, man, because just that culture and that influence that it had on hip hop made being knowledgeable, you know what I'm saying? It made being in shape, being healthy, being on your P's and Q, all of those things, it made it popular,
Hmm.
to so many people as kids, and that bled through the music so heavy, you know what I mean? That I feel like a lot of us learned vocabulary and learned about concepts that would have remained foreign to us had it
Yeah.
not been for that culmination.
Yep.
Um,
History for one, opportunity, a lot of things, man, I learned from hip hop.
Indeed, indeed. Me as well. Me as well, Thirst. Yo, speaking of the music, man, one of my favorite verses from you, Million Man Rush, right? But the acapella version, you know what I'm saying? The joint. I wanted to ask you about that, man. Where is that? Where did that take place right there? Talk to me about that night surrounding where you was kicking that
Oh,
acapella
you
at.
talking about the video, right? The
The
video?
video, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Life-size portraits and stolen Gore-Tex, cookies, crest, horses, Ralph orphans. Cleaning up like maintenance in Filene's basement. Security knocked out with elbows. Great escapes on a Long Island Railroad. Snatched chains on the PATH train that brung us back. Low lights on a smoking sign and stole the conductor's hat.
That was in Brooklyn. I think it was, is it Park Slope? It was at Most Def and Talib's bookstore. I think it was
Wow.
Nukuru books or something like that. This was in the 90s.
No doubt.
Talib and they asked me to come perform that night and rock. So me and Master Fu went and put on a show all a cappella. As you know me, I love to do a show
Indeed.
all a cappella. I never see too
Likewise.
many people do that because you really gotta have bars to have an impact in a cappella.
Yeah, and you got to have a lot of different interchanging natural rhythms to keep
Hmm.
that, you know what I mean, keep it from being monotonous as you change
Yeah.
over, you know what I'm saying? But
Remember
yo,
that night
Thirst,
remember that night we did a full
we,
show
we,
a cappella?
facts, son. I love that. I love that I was able to be there for that, man. That was that, and you did that. That was like almost like a split decision, if I remember
Yeah, because
correctly.
something was wrong with the music in the system. And I'm like, I'm not waiting for this shit. You know what I mean? So I'm like, let's go, man. I just started hitting them. And then you came, start backing me up, and we just going back
That
and
shit was
forth.
fire.
And it
That
was
shit was fire.
powerful. I remember being massive twisted that night too. I don't know how I pulled it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, being word perfect and all that, just sipping.
The energy, man. The energy dialed in, man. But yo, that the hand is quicker than the eye. Store manager counted 8 shirts. Now there's only 5. It's a fucking ridiculous line, son.
Those,
But
those are real stories, man. A lot
yeah,
of times
no, you
you
could you
look at
could
it.
hear how real that verse is, man. Everybody that you're shouting out,
Mhm.
going through it, it's why I love the verse, son, so much. You know what I'm saying? Because you speaking as like the ambassador for all your people. It's not just I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that.
Yeah.
It's like look at all the ill shit my team did. You know what I'm saying?
I did
Super
that.
ill,
That's
man.
what I did from the beginning of my career, man. I came in as Big Vic the Barbarian as a rapper. That's how I started. You know what I mean? But I always did everything low life and within my music, and I bigged up everybody. I made everybody just as famous as I made myself by
No doubt.
screaming all those names from the beginning of my career and letting the world know about our history and you know just the influences we had in New York and that spread around. You know there was other rappers that did the low thing even before me and all that that had impact, but nobody was able to spread the low life gospel the way I did to
Who would you
actually
say those rappers are, Thirst?
Well, I mean, I would say not rapper, but Pranslow was one of the first people to really roam the world with the whole low life lifestyle. You know what I mean? And go to Japan and things like that. So he gave, you know, with the group Ziggy in the early 90s, and they gave the world a glance of what low life was. But Prance was the only original low life within that group. You know, everybody else was basically from Harlem and stuff, and you know, they were rocking the low attire like low lifes and everything. But
Do the
none
up, do the
were,
what? Do the uptown. That was my shit though, son.
yeah,
That
nah,
was my
they,
shit.
they they got busy, but they was the first wave to even exploit it to the world. Even Puba, I would say, in a lot of sense, helped exploit it to the world in some sense.
I was gonna say Pooba, man. Pooba was
Yeah,
rocking
yeah,
hard.
but what I'm saying is everybody gave them a taste, but nobody infected the world the way I did when I came.
No doubt.
When I
No
came, I
doubt.
infected everybody to want to be a low life all over everywhere I went. You
And you
know?
know what I think is so ill too, right? Like on the street marketing on the street marketing side of things, you and Rack, both of y'all, right? With the stickers in New York. You know what I'm saying? In New York City. Brooklyn, Queens, the city already know what's up with low lifes. You know what I'm saying? They know the legend behind low lifes and DCEPs. They know what's going on in Brooklyn. They know that low lifes um essentially wrote the book on the polo shit, right? But
Mhm.
now these stickers also are fucking everywhere, son. The Polo Rican sticker and the Rack Low sticker with, you know what I'm saying, with son running away and shit. You know what I mean? Those,
Yeah,
I feel like, yo, because people often sleep on the hieroglyphics, you know what I'm saying? The writings on the wall. These are things
that's right.
that we as kids, you know what I'm saying? We're young. We're walking back and forth to school on this path every day. You know what I'm saying? Or getting on these trains every day, paying very close attention to this type of promotion. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you in tune with the culture or of the culture. And I feel like that had such a Cause I don't remember seeing like Ziggy, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ziggy, but I don't
Yeah,
remember seeing heavy guerrilla street promotion like that. And what's
yeah,
attached to it is, yo, you know what I mean? These are the dudes that are that are running out of Macy's with entire racks. You know what I'm saying? These are, you know what I mean? This is coming from the source. You know what I mean? It's just
yeah.
it's something unique, man.
Nah, it was real, man. It was like shout out Face Low. He did the Rack Low sticker. You know, he drew all the characters for all that. Will Tell, who made my Puerto Rican sticker with the thug bear with the two guns. Will Tell created that for me. And then the other one was the Brooklyn Hard Rock sticker that was on Raucous Records, that where they flooded New York City with those stickers, boy. And you know, I was just happy to be a part of the whole situation, man, and brand myself all over New York. And and shout out all the people who was righteously putting up stickers everywhere, man, just out of
No
love,
doubt.
you know. We was our own street teams.
Yeah, that was a very successful campaign, man. Them shits was everywhere, son. You know what I mean? Word, man. But keeping it on the music, man. Thank you for that too. I did not know that that was Most Def and Talib's bookstore back in the days. This is what year was this? 98, 98, right?
I would say 97,
They
98,
had they
around
had the
there.
Black Star album out. Maybe not yet. Just not
Not
yet.
yet, not yet. I think the bookstore was called Nairu or Naikuru, something like Naikuru Book. It was off of, I think, Flatbush. Was it Flatbush Avenue?
I did not even know that they had a bookstore back in the days like that, man. That's fire, man.
Yeah.
Yo, videos, man. Now, you've been writing your own treatments for videos forever, right? This is nothing new. This is something you've been doing for the longest. But recently,
I wrote all my treatments by myself. Everything you
every
see.
single one.
Every every single one. I come to the, like, even when I present them, you know, to the directors that I collaborate with, I come with the full idea laid out. This is what we're gonna do. Written, you know, whatever form I have to, even down to everything, to the locations, to the cast members, to the wardrobe, to I come with everything fully prepared. This is the vision. I make directors' jobs easy, man.
No
Ask
doubt. Shout
Boss.
out to Box Flow. Box is a beast, man. Yo, Legend of the Low Palm, right? Speaking of videos, this has got
Mhm.
to be one of the dopest hip hop videos of all time, man. This is high level kung fu choreography.
Explosion out of a Trojan horse. Preaching problems, practicing primitive prenatal procedures. Probably pronounced professionals provided proper per diem. Shoulder shrugs, shattering, shell shriveling, shot shooting, shady shadow shifted, Shelton, Shanghai, shallow, the double barrel. Dumb bastards didn't beware.
Now, the song though is a classic. You know what I'm saying? Is you decided to use Thirsty Greedy
Yeah.
for the
It's all for the first album. Me and Master Food, Thirsty Greedy. To me, that song always had a master's kung fu feel to it. Cause my verse
very
on there
very
was like
unorthodox.
nothing nobody ever heard. That was like hitting the Wing Chun dummy, you know, on full
No
speed type
doubt.
of verse. So I over like, you know, when we decided to do the kung fu joint, right? Rest in peace, my brother Low
Rest in
B1 from
peace.
Miami, because he approached me with all those weapons and the wardrobe and told me, what can we do with this? He was like, brother Low, what could we do with this? Look at all this stuff I got. I was like, oh, I know exactly what to do.
Hell yeah.
Know what I mean? So I thought it out. I wrote out the, you know, the whole treatment and everything, and I brought it to box, and we executed, man. And you know, I'm a true kung fu dude, man. I'm a real 40 dudes kung fu movie dude. Be in the movie theater all day since back in the days, 3, 4 kung fu movies in a day. You know, collected every karate movie you could ever imagine. You know what I mean? And just like, you know, growing up in the 70s and all that, everybody
No
was into
doubt.
kung fu. Everybody, especially within New York City, man. So all my uncles was into it. So it was something that I did heavy. And you know what's crazy? Like you just said, choreographer, the whole video, mad dudes asked me, yo, how long did it take y'all to do the choreography, like to practice it? I was like, yo, I seen every karate movie in the world. I just went to the video shoot and did what I knew. You know what I mean? I didn't practice something. I just
Yeah,
went and did because even back in the day when you did the kung when you went to the karate movie back in the days, soon as
no
you leave,
doubt.
you practicing the moves against whoever you with. That's how influential the kung fu flicks was. I believe that's one of the reasons Wu
Of
Impact was
course,
so
of
big
course.
because everybody was already in tune and fiends for the kung fu movie, but nobody thought about doing what RZA did to incorporate it
Indeed.
within the hip hop. You know what I mean? But even to this day, I still
Likewise.
watch kung fu movies. Me and my mom to watch kung fu movies together. I watch kung fu movies with my sons. It's something that I'm big
Yeah,
on,
and they
man,
got a
to this
certain
day.
nostalgia to them, you know what I mean? That's just unmatched. There's nothing else like it. That's its own specific genre of film nostalgia, you know what I mean? Um, what would you
Yo, I saw a documentary recently on just the history of the kung fu movies and how it began and all that. Super deep, son. You would think none of these dudes was kung fu masters. They was all ballet dancers
what?
and acrobats. That
Yeah,
blew my
yeah. The
mind.
the the actual masters and people who are practicing didn't come till later. Start being in the films and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
besides
yeah,
Bruce
yeah.
Lee, you know what I mean? I would have loved to see Bruce Lee in an old classic Shaolin type
No
of
doubt,
joint.
man.
That
No
would have been
doubt.
hard
No
body.
doubt. My favorite kung fu flick, you know what I'm saying, is Way of the Dragon, you know what I mean? And I know that's that's basically a commercial type you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's a
that's a top.
popular
That's
one, you know
a
what I
top.
mean? And the other one, my other
That's
favorite is
a top right
also
there.
very popular, which is the Five Deadly Venoms. But I genuinely feel like nothing fucking with that though. Still to this day though. That shit was just done really well, man.
No, nothing fucking with it conceptually because the concept was so strong. It stained everybody's brain forever. Yo, there's this other joint you got a peep called Operation Scorpion. I never seen
I
nobody
never
fight
seen
like
that. Nah,
dude.
I never seen that.
Dude fought in the Yo, look it up. He fought in the stance of a scorpion with his arms on the floor and then his one leg in the air behind him like that, yo. Murderous. Never Philo had put me onto that in like 94 when I came home. He brought me a copy to my
Yeah, nah,
crib.
yo, it's
You
deep,
know
and
what I mean?
I know you and Philo probably go super deep with him. Like, I know the cat. Like, yo, there's hundreds and hundreds of them shit, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, uh,
Yeah. Yo, you ever look on the fire stick for the selection? Unlimited. I
no
never heard
doubt,
of
no,
a
it'd be like
million of
that
them
too. It'd be
joints.
like that.
All of them. The 60s, 70s, the fire stick got more karate movies. So does YouTube. It got more karate movies
Yeah,
than you
shit is
could
crazy.
imagine.
The RZA at one time, if I'm not mistaken, had bought the rights to some of them, right? And then re-released them with the names, as named them Master Killer, Old Dirty Bastard. Like, I think he did something like that. I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Maybe my memory's failing me.
I know they did a lot of overdubs with the voices with Wu members' voices as
Word.
the characters and stuff. You
Yeah,
know,
man. They
that
they
was
went
hard.
crazy, man. They had the video game, man. You know what I mean? uh real entrepreneurial, real crazy with the branding, man, which reminds me of you, man. Just everything stamped, man, and everything, in the same direction, on the same wave, man. A very few people have been able to do that, especially independently, and then add the longevity to it. You know what I mean? So hats off to you for that, bro. That video though
Yeah.
is fucking crazy, son. Yeah, that's a crazy one. And yo, you had mentioned one time, I believe, if my memory serves me right, back in the days, the Garvey, y'all used to call that Shaolin. Is this correct?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And like I would say around 90 or whatever. I being a big karate movie dude, I would shave my head and I would rock the Shaolin dots and all that. And I would walk around New York like that. I'll go to the clubs like that, all of that. I was heavy into it. So there was one day where, we decided to shave our heads in the Garvey. Me, Has had some clippers, a couple of other brothers pulled up and I shaved my head first. I put the dots on. Has did it. Then after that, no lie, we started choking everybody out who came next to us and shaving dudes'
Forceful
heads in the
initiation.
Garvey. So a lot of dudes
Forceful
got their head,
initiation.
huh? Forceful. A lot of dudes got their head shaved on that day. But and then they had to get the dots after. And I'm the abbot at the time, so I'm putting 12 dots on mine. Everybody trying to get 12 dots. Can't have 12 dots. I'm giving through and I'm the one giving out the dots. So I'll give you 6 dots, like the pupils and all that. But yo, we used to even walk around Brooklyn like that, 30, 40 deep. Everybody with the ball head, with the dots. We
And
would
what
go to
what
the
year is this,
clubs like
Thirst?
that, getting drama. It had to be like it
Wow.
was 90. You know what I mean? And then Has even did a piece in the Garvey, a big graffiti piece on the wall, says Shaolin, and then he drew the monk head with the dots and all that in it, man. It's crazy. You know how much I archive everything. I do not have
Of
a
the of
single
that
picture
piece?
of that, man. Not
Of that piece on the wall?
even,
Yeah.
I don't got a picture. Yeah, not even a picture of us with the ball heads and the dots, man. I never got to document it. Like I got pictures when we all got the ball heads, but you can't see that nobody's head
Yeah,
low
yeah.
with the
That's some
dots on.
wild shit right there. That's dope though, because if just think, I'm just thinking, you know what I'm saying? I'm walking on 40 dudes, I'm a youngin', see a bunch of wild maniacs from the Ville, you know what I'm saying? And fucking polo with, hold on, but y'all be low out with the dots and the ball heads? Is this simultaneously?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, and this was the guest era
Right.
too. So we was rocking a lot of guests, the suits, the red denim, green denim, shorts,
Yeah.
jackets, all of that was with the dots. I was rocking Timberland sandals with
Those
the
those
ball head
red
dots
those
and
red
all
and
that.
green denim
You know,
joints was hard back then. Those
yo, I'm gonna blow your mind right now. I had the red denim
oh
shorts up
yeah,
north.
yeah, yeah.
I got pictures of that though. I got pictures of that one. The
Yeah,
red
the
denim
denim is
joints
a no
up
go.
north. I was in, I was in one I was in this one spot that used to let logos in on your clothes up
Was it
north.
minimum? It was a
Remember,
minimum
logos
security.
wasn't allowed.
Mm.
It's a medium. Remember, you could get like a champion logo sometimes. They'll let it slide through and all that. But I was getting big logos
Yeah,
through
that's correct. Yeah,
on items and all that.
you was in the
And they
spot letting
let
it
them
go.
red they let them red guest they let them guest denim joints through, boy. I was rocking them with the Timberland like
No
shoe
doubt,
boots and
no
all
doubt,
that.
man. That shit means so much in there, don't it, man? I remember a few times, man. Like I had a gang of shit myself, man, and but there were spots though that definitely had a different list of what was prohibited. You know what I mean? And or just had a flunky in
Yeah.
the package room who didn't give a fuck, didn't wasn't about really checking shit. You know what I mean? And a lot of shit would slide through.
And I was in a spot that would let you shit in. It'll let you could get used sneakers, used clothes. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And this is up north, upstate. They was letting used joints come in because everything had to be brand new. In all the other spots, your sweatsuits got to be brand new when they come. Your swords, your drawers, socks, everything had to be brand spanking new. But some spots, like I said, I had red Guess denim shorts up north. Got the
No doubt,
photos to
no
show it.
doubt.
You know what I mean? On click,
Yeah,
click, dick.
that's a wild fucking place, man. That's a wild place, man. And when I say yo, those things mean so much in there, it's because for somebody like such as yourself, and even somebody like me as well, man. You know what I mean? Like you just you got this affinity for sneakers or gear or certain shit. You know what I mean? And when you go in there, you know what I mean. Essentially, It's one of the first things they do when you leave the island. You get up there, they strip your identity. They take all them city clothes from you, shave your head off. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? And just everybody look just the same, got the same bullshit on. You're all reduced to the numbers now. So to get a little garment
yeah.
or item, you know what I mean?
Steak,
That shit
steak,
goes a long way.
steak.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.